In the dead of night, the old Blackwood Manor stood shrouded in fog, its decaying walls whispering forgotten secrets. The townsfolk never dared to venture near after dark. Stories of haunting cries and flickering lights kept even the bravest at bay. Yet, Ethan was not like most in the small village of Harrow's End. He was drawn to the forbidden, lured by tales of cursed fortunes and the restless spirits said to guard them. On an October evening, when the moon hung low and swollen in the sky, casting silver tendrils over the skeletal trees, Ethan finally approached the mansion. Its iron gates groaned under the weight of rust and age, reluctantly swinging open as he pushed forward. The path was lined with dead rose bushes, their thorns snagging at his clothes as if warning him to turn back. The door, once grand and formidable, now hung ajar, creaking softly with each breath of wind. Ethan hesitated only a moment before stepping inside. The air was colder here, thick with the scent of mildew and something else. Something metallic, like blood. His flashlight beam cut through the darkness, revealing a grand staircase, its banister split and warped like a rib cage. Portraits lined the walls, eyes painted in such a lifelike manner they seemed to track him as he moved. He ignored the chill pricking at the nape of his neck and ventured deeper into the manor. A sudden sound, a whisper, curled around him, too soft to understand but sharp enough to send a shiver down his spine. The hairs on his arms stood on end as he turned, flashlight trembling in his grip. A shadow slid across the hallway behind him, too fast and silent to be human. "Hello?" he called out, the echo mocking him with its emptiness. His voice faltered as he heard it, a soft, wet, dragging sound. It came from above, from the room at the top of the stairs. Against his better judgment, he ascended, each step creaking, groaning underfoot like an old bone. At the landing, the sound ceased. He aimed the flashlight at the door, half off its hinges, and pushed it open. Inside was a room frozen in time, a child's nursery with broken toys scattered across the floor and a rocking horse tipped on its side. But in the center, a crib stood, empty except for a ragged, blood-stained blanket. Ethan's breath caught as a lullaby began to play, discordant notes echoing from an unseen source. A cold draft brushed past him, carrying with it the faint scent of lilies, the flowers traditionally left at graves. He turned to leave, but found the doorway blocked by a figure. It was no more than a silhouette, eyes glowing like coals, mouth stretching into an impossibly wide grin. Before he could scream, it lunged forward, its icy hands pressing against his chest. Darkness flooded his vision, and the last sound he heard was the soft giggle of a child, echoing through the halls long after everything had gone black. When the townsfolk found the manor days later, they spoke in hushed tones of the bloody handprints that streaked the nursery walls and the whispered laughter that followed them out, reminding them why no one disturbed the Blackwood Manor after dark.